Alright, Wolfpack, check this out. We're at another Airbnb today, and I'm excited to show you, get into the real details of what we're doing right now to make more profits on Airbnb. So check this out. So what we've been doing before is renting the entire property, okay? And some of you Airbnb people, you probably already know to do this, but stick with me. I'm gonna show you maybe even some cost-saving techniques in how we do this, all right? So a lot of people, they rent their property, their entire property on Airbnb, or if they're actually living in the property, they'll rent just another one of their available rooms. But here's the thing, if you've got the entire property, you can literally do this on every room, and I'm gonna show you how simple, how easy and inexpensive this is, and how it will literally improve your bottom line and increase your revenue. So check this out. The first thing that you've gotta do is you've gotta change the lock. So this is a Defiant lock. It's got a simple lock mechanism there with a key entry, so you have to have a keyed entry. That's what makes this separate rooms, separate Airbnb rooms that you can have on Airbnb, I should say. So you gotta make sure it's a keyed entry. This lock and key system that comes with 2 keys was $10. I'm gonna put it right here, $10. Yes, that's it, $10. So there's 4 bedrooms in here, so that's a total of $40 for this keyed entry, okay? The second thing that you need, and I actually got these from Home Depot, but you can get them basically anywhere, any hardware store. The second thing that you need is a key access system. So this is a locking, where you can store a key. So you actually store the key in this mechanism per room. And I'm actually gonna show you what that looks like. I got these at Menards for $7.98. So let's call it $8. So that's $24.32. I gotta do my math, right? That's $32. So far, 40 plus 32, $72. Boom. Last but not least, I've gotta get a full key holder. So this is gonna hold all 4 keys in case anyone gets locked out of their room. They can go to the main key holder and get access to an extra key, okay? These are about $20, okay? So you just need 1 per property. This was $20, so far we're about $92 in. And you also have to get an extra key per room to store in here, okay? So this extra key, so you're gonna have 1 key that goes in here, that's key number 1. You're gonna have a key that stays in the room, that's key number 2. Those come for free in here. You gotta make an extra key that goes into the master key lock. These are about $2.50. So far we're about $95 in for 1 property. Now these are all the tools that you need, okay? And actually you gotta times this by 4, so we're just shy of $100. But these are all the tools that you need to switch over all your properties so that you can have each individual room be its own host, so to speak, on Airbnb. So I'm gonna grab all these tools, I'm gonna walk over to a room door that we're gonna change out the lock and key, so we're gonna speed this up and show you what that looks like, show you how easy it is, and show you the final product when you have 1 bedroom or multiple bedrooms in a house, and 1 entire house that you're Airbnb-ing individually. So let's go check it out. All right, so now that I've got all my tools laid out, I left out the boring stuff for you with opening all the stuff. Okay, so what you're seeing on the bed is all of the tools that I need to actually set this room up as an individual room within the house, okay? So you have your door handle with the lock, the keys, and the power drawer. Now, let's put it on the door. Should have timed this to see how long it would take. All right. Okay. There's a piece that I'm supposed to take out in there, but I don't always take it out because sometimes with these older doors, the socket is too deep. So just always test your product. I've kind of tested these already, but you want to make sure. So see how it's getting sticky right there? When it gets sticky like that, I just basically loosen it up a little bit. Probably got it too tight in there. Wrong way. There we go, it's a little better. All right, now I gotta make sure it locks the door. Perfect, locks the door. Now you have to test all your keys. Please make sure you test all of your keys. So you lock it inside of the door. Do not lock yourself out just in case the keys don't work. And you just test it. Okay, perfect, that one works. That one works too. And let's try the last one. That one works as well. All right, so now I want to leave one key in the room on the dresser. I want to put one key in the box. So now that key is in there. And then this other key is gonna go in my pocket because later I'm gonna put them all in here, okay? So check this out. You can see I've got the door numbered. So on the listing, this is gonna be room number 2. So if someone just wants room number 2, they can simply book room number 2. And now I'm gonna put this keypad on the outside door of room number 2. And it's actually magnetic. So this is magnetic and this is like a super stick. So you don't have to drill, you don't have to do anything. You just stick it on the wall. Check that out right there. And now, obviously I can hide the codes, I can scramble the numbers. It just sticks onto the wall. This is magnetic, it can stick on and off. You can actually see if you do want to drill this on there, you don't trust the sticky pad, there is a hole there for you to drill it into the wall if you want to, okay? So it's magnetic, so when someone comes to check in, they're gonna go to room number 2, they're gonna grab the lock, they get the code for all of their information when they check in, they punch their code in, it opens this up, key comes out, and now they get into the room. Okay, now we request that they use the key that's on the bench and put this one back in the lock. Okay, scramble the code, put it back there, and now you can have separate individuals, separate families using one room in an entire house. Just kind of like room sharing, right? Okay, and that is how you get it done. I think that only took us like 5 minutes, right? We didn't do a timer, but we probably should. Literally took us 5 minutes, and now this room has increased our revenue and increased our profits. We got 2 more to go. Let's do it. Okay, good there. All right, room number 3, let's do it. You gotta get a little dirty sometimes if you wanna make some money. I was just telling Tyru here, one of our students picked up a Airbnb in Mexico, and it's a mansion, so hopefully I'll get you guys some footage of that and go over numbers on that at a later date. That one's gonna be exciting. All right. Hey.
Oh, it's you.
Yeah, how's it going?
Good, how are you doing?
Someone call you? Oh, to clean it?
Yeah, we're cleaning.
Oh, come on.
Oh, okay.
That's your guys' job.
Right.
I'm changing out all the locks.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. I thought it was the people that stay here that are...
Oh, no. Do you need me to open? Oh, it's already open.
Yeah. No.
All right, awesome.
Okay.
It's actually Russell's in-laws. They handle, my partner's in-laws handle all of the staging, and they even do some cleaning as well, because we actually just had someone leave the property, so we gotta clean it. And once they left, we can change out all the locks and get it done, so that way we can go from making $80 per night to $120. So we were making $80 per night, times roughly 20 nights, okay? Now we're going to $120 a night times about 25 nights, because when you do it by room, you're opening up to more people, so you can get more bookings, right? So that's number 1. Number 2, most people don't want to rent the entire house. They perceive that it costs too much. So instead of renting the house for $80 a night, I can rent this room for $30 a night. Well, I've got 4 rooms, right? 30 times 4 gives me 120. And then I get more days because I get more bookings. So I'm making $120 per night times 25 instead of 80 times 20. So hopefully we put all the numbers right here so you can see the value of that. Nice and springy. You were like, okay, so check this out. One of our property managers, Kathy, who does a phenomenal job, actually just helped me to understand another value of changing an entire property to a room system as opposed to an entire property. So a lot of people, a lot of homeowners, and a lot of people who get into Airbnb, they have this fear that people are gonna have these massive parties in their house. And I will tell you that it has happened to us before. But she even relayed to me that since we've changed over to the room system in a house, one person cannot have 10, 15, or even in our situation, 250 people show up to a property to have a party. When you just have one room, you'd be like zombies packed in a sardine can in this one room. So you can even tell that to the people's properties that you're managing that, hey, you know, we have a very, very low margin of parties or outlandish activities because they're only getting access to one room. So another tip for you. Like for this one, since it's a glass, even though we're gonna put the lock on it, we're probably gonna have to put a curtain. You can see we've already got the curtain rods up there, so we'll probably put a blackout curtain on this door so that it's truly a separate room. Make sure you always write down your codes, what you're picking on these locks so that you don't forget it, okay? I had that happen on one, so I lost $8 on one of them. There we go. Now, check this out. This is a little tip. So if you can kind of see into that design, it's got like this soft cushion in there, almost like this padding where the key can kind of sit in. But they actually caution you on the box to be careful not to push the key all the way down. Otherwise, it can kind of get stuck. So to eliminate that, you know, be careful here, but I take a knife and I just run the knife behind the padding that's up against the wall, and I just take the padding out so I don't run the risk of getting the key stuck. Okay, so quick tip, if you go and get these, that is a quick tip for you, right? And it literally takes maybe a minute to get all of that padding out of the storage lock. See, there's one piece. Hopefully you do it better than this so you can get all of it out at once. Okay, so now that lock is totally open and I can just put the key in there, and now it's, if I flip it over, it just comes right out, all right? So that will keep the key from getting stuck if you decide to go with this brand, which I highly recommend. So let's test all the keys. If all the keys are good, we are done. That's one. And that is three. Let's make sure the door closes. Perfect. That's it, you guys. That is how you increase your revenue on an Airbnb property. So we're gonna hang this up, clean everything up, and then we are off. Scramble the lock. I can close it if I want. Make sure it comes off. Make sure my key is in there. You can even test it and open it if you want. But that's really it. So the last thing that you wanna do is you wanna find a good spot to put your master key lock where everyone in the property can reach it. So we're gonna be putting this, I just found this little wood block here. I'm guessing they probably just hang whatever they want right there. So I'm just gonna screw this on right here. Hopefully these screws work. These are not wood screws, but my carpenters don't get mad at me, so we'll see. There we go. Once you get it on there, I mean, that's all that matters. It's on pretty good right now. Good enough for me. There we go. And now, make sure you have your lock set. Take your 4 keys, your 4 extra master keys, you put them in the lock, put it in there, scramble it, and that's it. You're done. Hey, thanks for watching the video. Please subscribe, like, and comment, and also click the link below for more information. I'm Daniel Evers, co-founder of REIWolfpack, and I'll see you in the next video. Hey, one last thing I forgot. You have to get numbers to number the room. And you're just gonna stick these on the door or on the door frame, but these are about 25 to 50 cents a piece. So make sure you get numbers to number the door. Last tip.